Man, I had a little bit of a panic moment. I thought I hid my cameras in my truck, and then I forgot where I hid them, so I thought I lost all my cameras this morning, or that they got thrown out when we were cleaning out the shed yesterday. I hid them so no one could find them, including myself. Check this out. We got all these shelves set up yesterday. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We thought there was only going to be 3, and probably only 2, but it turns out we got 4 bays, so that is going to be so nice. So we're going to try and get this second combine out of here. He's got the one that's set up for beans, and this one over here is set up for corn. So I can't even remember which one this is. We were over here a little while ago moving stuff around, so I guess it's not that much of a surprise that it started on the first try, but I'm just kind of running stuff to make sure it goes, I guess. So it seems we have the preliminary checkout on this machine pretty well. We still have a few things to do it that are maybe a little bit of a pain, but I think Gary's going to take it out and open up just the edge of the field, even though it's probably really wet, but that way we can get to our grain wagons and get them all hooked up. Well, she fired up, and she's going to come in here and cut some of this crappy corn out. Our grain wagons are back in there, and they've got corn planted right up to them, and the edge of this is, hell, I don't think most of it even has ears. So we're just going to chop this down so we can drive around the building and stuff. I guess I haven't been being really safe. You've seen me following the combine. Last place you want to be, other than inside the combine when it's going, is behind it, because there are some other hammers. They chop up the corn stalks and the garbage that comes out the back. They spin around, and they're just literally metal bars. They're not sharp or anything. They get sharpened over time from the corn stalks hitting them, but if one of those happens to break off and fly out, they're gonna go a long way, and if they hit you, they'll probably kill you. On the top of this combine, in the back, you can tell in some point where one spun off and actually went through the metal, and probably, I don't know where it probably went. It's out in the field somewhere, probably 20 years ago. But you can see they will puncture through the metal, which means they'll probably definitely go through your skull. This is just one of the ears. Like, it's still green, it's still squishy. But how well you can see that, it's still really green. It looks like it's good, but I can flake away at them pretty easily. Since that grain is really green, I don't really have a place to put it. We're actually just going to pull the truck out and spread it evenly across the bottom of the truck. It's gonna be sitting there for a while anyway. It'll dry out and mix in eventually anyway, but that way we can get it out of the machine, because we don't want to leave wet grain in there. And when I say wet, I don't mean like, I guess, wet meaning wetter than that you want to be selling. It's not like it's soaking in water or anything, just not as dried down as we like it. So actually, let's say you're at home and you're cooking your rice on the stove, and you're in a little bit of a hurry, and you put it on your plate, you think it's done, you bite, and it's got a little bit of chew to it, a little bit of hard center. That's kind of where the corn is right now. So we're going to take this truck up and get it out there so you can dump it in. Air fresheners and mouse droppings. What a nice mixture. Man, these early fall days, it heats up so fast. It's really warm again today. We kind of stopped on here for right now. Gary's out doing some shredding, and as soon as he's done, I'm going to take over and do some shredding elsewhere. And then we have a crossing that we need to fix, because crossing meaning the driveway from the field to the road, or vice versa. We have one crossing that's always bad. You can hear that wind. Good Lord. That's why there's not a lot of video today, because it's so windy. I don't know if you'd be able to hear me. Anyway, we brought this into the shop. This bearing right here is out. We need to switch that out. So we had to take it off that wheel down there, which is under tension. He's got it wedged with a bar. We'll be able to move this belt around, and basically we just need to replace this bearing, and that controls your fan speed. And the belt is worn. He thinks we're probably missing about a 1/4 inch of belt, maybe, I don't know, but it needs to be done. And aside from that, what else did we find? You know, there was something else, I just can't remember what it is. It seems to me there was something on this side of the combine. I don't recall what it was. Oh, I know what we need to do. This is gonna be a pain. We have a good tire on a bad rim on number 2, which is the salvage machine. Number 1 has a good rim, but a bad tire. I'm not sure if we're gonna pull the tires off of each and switch them to the other rims or what the deal. I mean, this will probably just go in the garbage. But if we're gonna switch them around, or if that one out there is good enough to just put on this one, I can't really remember. With all these tires, it's hard to remember what's doing what all the time. One of the other crappy parts is there's a grease zerk that goes in here to keep that lubricated, and it broke off last year at some point. So I need to go in there and find the remainder of it and pull it out and put a new zerk in there so we can get some grease in there. Other than that, everything seemed to be working pretty well on it this morning. So, I don't know. Well, he should be back in a minute with the shredder, so I can go do that. And I think after we're done shredding, I think we're gonna call it a day. He's got some stuff to do, and I've got some stuff to do. We've always got stuff to do. It'll probably be a little while, maybe a week or 2 weeks maybe, before we can safely get into the corn. And so we're under the gun, but not really under the gun. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's coming up, and it's coming up quick. We need to get stuff done because you don't want to mess around, because if you don't get on stuff, then you'll find yourself not being able to get parts or having time to fix stuff, or the weather will fight you. So everything's going fine now, but that's all subject to change at any time.